Whew, that was a lot of work. Hey guys, Kevin here at my Bushcraft camp out here on this hopefully snowy evening. It's been rainy and the weather's been kind of crappy lately, but the forecast says we're supposed to get a little bit of snow, so fingers crossed. Like I said, I'm here at my Bushcraft camp. Got my oil canvas tarp from Tentsmiths out. I have it set up in an Adirondack setup. Basically the reason for that is it gives me a roof. So I'm tucked in there really nice. I have 3 sides, a roof, and about 1 step out is my fire pit. So I'm hoping that I'll get some reflective heat in there with this setup. I usually do a plow point, but that's pretty open, and since we got weather coming in, I figured the Adirondack style might be a little bit better suited for that. So like I said, there is supposed to be weather coming in, so I'm also trying a new piece of kit today. It's the Aquaquest Bivy bag. So check this thing out. See? Really small. It's about the size of an Nalgene container. This one is extra large, and the reason I wanted an extra large one is so I could fit my sleeping pad and my sleeping bag inside this thing. It's supposed to be 100% waterproof, breathable, so if we do have weather and this doesn't totally do the job, I should be okay in this thing because it's waterproof. So my first night out with this thing, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully there won't be any condensation in there. They say there isn't. I find that hard to believe, but hey, seeing is believing, right? So I'm excited to use that tonight. I still have a lot of wood to prep, but before I do that, I brought myself, as Steve Wallace says, a step 2. Woo! When you go up in elevation, you know, if you buy this, you know, down country and then you go up a few thousand feet, that happens. So it's okay, still tastes the same. I got a Lawson's Finest Liquid Nitro Stout. It's a Irish style dry stout. Definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here, relax a little bit now that I got camp all set up, and then I will go get some firewood. It might be a little tricky because it's been raining for like 3 or 4, almost a week now, so everything is soaking wet, so it's going to be a challenge, but I'll get to that in a minute. Cheers. Well, so as you can see, I got everything in my bivy bag. The pad and the sleeping bag, it all fit really, really well. I'm happy about that. I still have some room to spare. The Aquaquest, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Aquaquest Defender tarp, but I do own that product too, and that thing is awesome. It's bomb proof. So if this performs half as well as that does, I'll be super happy. There are double zippers on each side, so you can enter from either side depending on, you know how sleeping bags are. Sleeping bags always have a zipper on a different side. They can't all conform to each other, so they accommodate that. One thing I am going to do, since I have a fire going out front, this oil cotton canvas tarp is pretty good at sparks and stuff, but as we all know, sil nylon is not. So I brought a wool blanket to throw over this, at least while I'm having my fire, so I don't burn a hole in my brand new bivy bag. So, and it is December. If I get cold, I have a little extra warmth. I don't think that's going to be an issue, but just in case. So yeah, have a little wool blanket on there. This bivy bag is supposed to add 9 degrees to whatever your sleeping bag is. So I brought my 20-degree bag, so this should bring me down to around 10 degrees or so. It's only supposed to get down to the 20s tonight anyway, mid 20s, so low 30s, so I should be fine. But yeah, I like it so far. So today I brought with me, since this is my bushcraft camp, my homemade buck saw. Made this out of, what did I make it out of? Cherry, I believe. I don't even know. It's been a while since I've used it. So yeah, just a little folding buck saw. I gave a couple of these away a while back. I think, what was that, 500 subscribers or something like that. So yeah, anyway, yeah, it just folds in on itself, so you can stow it away in a pack. So, time to get on to some wood prep here. There we go. There's plenty of dead standing around here. There's a bunch of it. One of the reasons I like this spot. But it's already getting dark. Man, it's only, of course it's really foggy. That's kind of helping things, not helping things. It's 20 past 3. It'll be dark by, pretty darn dark by 5 o'clock, so I haven't got a lot of time. I gotta get to it. I was having fun just sitting there relaxing, enjoying my beer. I thought I heard something behind me too. There's a ton of deer sign here, just an absolute ton of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a deer while I was here. Is that good? Yeah, a little more, a few more twists. So that'll be exciting, see some wildlife. It's one of the reasons I like sleeping in a tarp. You can see what's out there. There we go. Yeah, one more for good measure. There. Nice. Let's go cut some wood. Yeah, I got a good one right here. You see the bark's falling off it. Be careful it doesn't hit me in the head coming down. I might be able to just push it over. Yep. Who needs a saw? Well, hopefully it's dry enough. One thing you always want to try to do is find trees that are as vertical as possible, because, you know, like there's some that are laying down sideways. The problem is the moisture will seep into those, so the more vertical they are, the better of a chance you'll have of them being dry inside. So all right, enough of me yapping. I got to get to work. Let's see. Oh yeah, look how white that is. See how white that is? Oh yeah, that's bone dry. Nice. It's maple too, so one of the reasons I chose this spot. There's hardwood everywhere, so it's great for making fires. Yeah. So, you know, when you get down to these little short pieces, I'll show you guys a little trick. You know, you try to cut these things and they're wiggling all over the place. So what I do is I turn my bow saw around, put it between my legs, and step on one handle. And then I take this and I just go up and down. It's a heck of a lot easier than trying to cut it the other way. Then it's not wiggling all over the place. Works pretty well. So, little tip. See if there's a weak spot. Yep. There's a little crack in it. There. Got to get into that dry inside. Like I said, everything's so wet. I really got to spend the time and break these down really small. Otherwise I'll never get a fire going. It's just time, patience. There, see, now when they're down to this size, now I'll use my knife to baton them so I can make some feather sticks. Because I haven't got any softwood around here. I've got no spruce, very limited birch. This is a birch, and I'll try to grab a little bit around, but I'm going to be pretty much relying on feather sticks today. So now that I got this down here, now I'll take my Mora and I will baton this. I left this big piece of wood here. Kind of looks like a hammer, doesn't it? It has this funny knot on the end. I thought it'd be perfect for this. So the other trick is to keep this off the ground if I can. Put it on the wood pile because I'm gonna need some of these for tonight. And I'm gonna need some of these for tomorrow morning. I like to have this all prepped in the morning so I don't wake up and have to do it. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not great in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I get up pretty early, but I like to have everything prepared ahead of time. So, yep, I'll finish this up. It's starting to get dark. I think I'm just going to make it. Oop, I'll lose my hammer. So I got about 20 more of these to make, and then I'll get back with you. Actually, I do want to say one thing. Have you ever tried, I'll show you. You ever tried making feather sticks this way, where you pound your knife in to a log, and then you just drag it across like so? I like doing it this way. It's pretty quick. And there's no risk of really cutting yourself. You just turn it slowly as you go, so you always have a sharp edge. But yeah, that works pretty slick. So I don't know if you guys do that, but I do it fairly often. All right, back at it. Morning of firewood. I'm setting it on. So my ground sheet came in a little bag, a little waterproof bag, kind of like Typar or like house wrap type bag. So I got all my wood sitting on that, and it's under cover. So I don't want to wait too long. I've exposed all those grains to the moist air, and even the air, it'll start absorbing the moisture. So I got to hurry up and get a fire going. And it's getting dark. As you may have noticed, the rain has picked up. I was hoping it would have turned to snow by now, but not yet. So starting to come in a little bit, but not too bad. The wind, I'm hoping, is from that direction, not this direction. Otherwise I'll have a wet face tonight. But at least the rest of me should be dry with this new Bivy bag. So I'm going to make up some feather sticks, get a fire going, and get dinner on. I'm pretty excited about dinner. I hope it works out tonight. So I'm going to try some honey mustard chicken over rice. So sounds good in theory. Hopefully I can cook it. I'm no sort of cook or chef by any means, but when you're desperate, I guess, you get good things. So yeah, I'm gonna finish getting some feather sticks ready and get this fire going. So I'll be with you guys in a minute. So I don't know if you guys can see what I got going on here, but I got this one little piece of leather. It's great to have when you have wet ground. And this is some of the fat wood I collected the other day. If you watched my last video, that white pine. It's perfect for times like this. So I put this little piece of leather down. That way all the little shavings, because when you make feather sticks, it's inevitable that some of them are going to fall off. They're not going to stay connected to the stick. And when it's wet like this and raining, you need every advantage you can get. So I put this little piece of leather down to catch all the little fine shavings. So hopefully that'll help me get this fire started. I was hoping to light this with a flint and steel tonight, but as wet as it is, I don't know if I want to waste the resources. I might just use my Pharaoh rod and these feather sticks. It's just fun to practice bushcraft and stuff like that, but I don't know if my skill set's quite good enough to do a flint and steel in the rain. I can get it going pretty easily regular conditions, but when it's wet and rainy and cold like this, I don't know. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to give it a try, but I'm going to keep going with these, and once I get a softball size at least amount of this stuff ready, I'll bring you back and I'll try starting a fire. So like I said, I was going to try to do a flint and steel fire, but I know better. I know my limitations. It's a little bit too wet, and I am hungry and I want dinner. So put all my feather sticks in here, get all these guys ready to go. Should be nice and dry. Maple feather sticks, so I'm hoping that they'll burn really well. I've got my little leather pouch of feather sticks of fat wood, so I think that's going to be key. I think that might be my saving grace, is this little guy right here. I might be able to, well, let me put a couple sticks down just to keep it off the damp rock, just in case. So I'm grabbing the rest of my feather sticks here. I got quite a few of them. I'm hoping it's going to do the trick. I spent a good hour making these things and putting down kindling. It's all about the prep work. You know, you don't want to rush the prep work, because if you blow it, you've got several more hours to try to, you know, get it back to the way you had it the first time. And that is no fun. So I'm going to put my fat wood in here all around where my feather sticks are. I've kind of got a log cabin style fire pit or fire lay going here. I tend to like those. They seem to work the best for me. So, all right, here it is, Pharaoh rod time. I'm not being too fancy, so hopefully this will go. Come on, fat wood. It's so damp out here. Oh, there we go. The trick is not to panic, not to rush. Just let it work. Get all those little other coils in there. There. Little break in the weather and the storm, so thank God. hopefully that'll last a little while so I can get some coals going. If I get enough coals going, it really won't matter at that point if it starts raining or snowing. I hope it snows. I really don't want the rain. I'm sick of rain. This is Vermont. It's supposed to be snowing. There should be easily a foot of snow on the ground right now. I'm never afraid to feed the fire either. If I have wood, I put it on it. Get this thing going. So, looks like I might be in business. I hope. Like I said, I get to the heart of that maple over there. Split it down and split it down again and batoned it and feather sticked it, and I got to that heartwood that's nice and dry, even though it's been raining for days and days. So, nice. I'll build this thing up in really good shape, and I'll put some of the bigger stuff on there, which I am about to do right now. So, I'll get with you guys in a minute. Alrighty, pan on there, a little bit of oil, get that nice and hot, then we'll add the chicken. All right, that looks pretty good. I think we should maybe add some rice. Flip that piece of chicken around, give it one more flip. Oh, lost my grate again. We'll let that fry up a little bit, and then I'll add some honey and some mustard, just enough to warm it. That ought to do it. I don't want too much. And now a bunch of mustard. There. We'll let that warm up, and it'll be time to eat. Man, that is good. Success, minus the leaves. Just a garnish, right? Why didn't I think of this before? Man, it's good. Camping's so hard. Why does anybody do this? Oh man, that was a good dinner. The only bad part about it was when it was over. So, got some water in the frying pan. I'm going to sterilize that, clean it up a little bit. Go for a walk and get rid of the juices. And I'm going to sit here by the fire. I got a little bit more wood for the morning, so I'm just going to let this burn down. So I won't be out here a whole long time, but I am going to be out here long enough to have a little whiskey just sit here and think. Count my blessings. Think about how lucky I am to be able to do this kind of thing. Think about all the new adventures coming in the new year. Looking forward to it. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm just going to sit here and chill out and go to bed. So I will catch you guys in the morning. Good night. Well, this is pretty interesting. So there's my camp, and probably 10 feet out in front of it, I have some tracks. Look at that. Whatever that guy was, he walked right past my camp this morning. I never heard him. You can see some toes. It's almost like a pad and some toes. Here's another one over here. You can see the pad and some toes. So, what do you think that is? I'll give you a couple guesses. Well, good morning, guys. It is about 6:30. I had a visitor last night. I just showed you. I'm going to give you to the end of the video, see if you can guess what made those prints. That Aquaquest Bivy bag did really well. I had no condensation inside. I was really impressed. There was a little bit where where I was breathing at night because the snow was coming in for a little bit, and I kind of covered up with it, so I had a little condensation, but very, very little. As far as the rest of me went, there was none at all, so I really like that thing. This Adirondack style tarp setup did pretty well. As you can see, it kept me totally dry under there. It was nice to wake up and look out and see it start to snow. It started at about 2 o'clock this morning, and it's been coming down really fine and slow. So I'm going to make a fire, make some breakfast and some coffee, and I'll get with you guys in just a minute. Cold out this morning. Had to put the shemagh around my neck like a scarf. Warm me up a little bit more. Nothing better than a morning fire though, huh? Here I am talking about getting warm. I should just sit closer to the fire. Morning fire, a cup of coffee, and it's snowing out. Doesn't get much better than this. I have some sweet Italian sausage I'm going to break up. I'm going to add some egg, fry it all up, and put that in a shell, like a burrito shell. So that's my plan. I'm going to break this up a little bit in the pan and get it on there frying. Get some breakfast and get out of here. sausage. Get this in here and then get a couple eggs going. Mix it all together. I'm going to try to fry this burrito up too, toast it a little bit. There's a little bit of fire left. I'm out of wood, so what I see is what I get. There. Now let's see if I can, should be just enough coals left. If I put a little bit of oil in this pan, wrap this guy up. And I can have a, oh, sorry about the camera. There we go. Wrap that guy up in a nice little pouch. Maybe I can fry him up. That's pretty good. I like doing it this way because you don't end up with a bunch of dishes. Just a frying pan to clean, which I have some water on. I'm trying to boil it up. Maybe I'll cover it. Try to clean it up a little bit before I head back. So, well guys, I'm going to sit here and enjoy my breakfast and my coffee. The snow, the beautiful snow, finally. And yeah, I'm going to pack up and get on out of here. So, thanks for joining me on this video. If you like seeing a regular guy camp out in the woods, a New England boy, please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy, guys.